first time ever.
Warning act of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members
The drivers of a new economic age.
In terms of safety, Saudi Arabia has never been as safe as it is right now. You always had a little cloud over your head, and sometimes that cloud was very big. That cloud is not there anymore, and we want to keep it that way. So that's why tonight I'm pleased to announce that we're taking our military cooperation to even greater heights by formally designating Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally, which is something that is very important to them, and I'm just telling you now for the first time because I wanted to keep a little secret for tonight. I just heard him say, "Oh, that's nice." That's another point you won today. And signing a historic strategic defense agreement, which we just signed a little while ago. So congratulations.
Today we are breaking down a major geopolitical development. Former US President Donald Trump has officially designated Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally. Now, this is a big headline, but what does it actually mean? Is this a defense pact? Does the United States now guarantee Saudi Arabia's security? How will this affect the entire Middle East region? And why is Saudi Arabia investing nearly $1 trillion in the United States? So let's unpack the story and what exactly did Donald Trump announce. So on November 18th, 2025, Donald Trump announced that Saudi Arabia is now a major non-NATO ally, often called a MNNA. Now the status is important, but many people misunderstand it. So let's be clear. Major non-NATO ally is not a mutual defense treaty. It does not mean the United States must defend Saudi Arabia in war. What MNNA does is give a country special military and economic privileges with the United States. So this is the same status given to the countries like Japan, Australia, Israel, Egypt, and even Pakistan. So according to Trump, he says that this agreement with Saudi Arabia is historic and it includes broad military cooperation. But again, this is non-NATO membership. Then what benefit does Saudi Arabia get now? Let's understand this. As a major non-NATO ally, Saudi Arabia gets first, easier access to United States weapons. Second, permission to buy certain advanced ammunition. Then third, ability to host US weapons on its soil. Fourth, eligibility for American military training and even the maintenance contracts. Now the US can now fast track defense deals with Riyadh. This is important because at the same time as the MNNA announcement, the United States approved a major sale of F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. This is one of the world's most advanced aircraft system. So in short, if I see, Saudi Arabia now has a privileged access to American defense, maybe technology as well. And then if we see what deals were signed along with this MNNA status, alongside the designation of MNNA, the US and Saudi Arabia signed several high-impact agreements. First, nuclear cooperation deal. Saudi Arabia wants to develop peaceful nuclear energy. The United States agreed to help with technology and oversight. Second, artificial intelligence cooperation. Now, both the countries agreed to collaborate on AI, including defense-related technologies. Third, F-35 fighter jet sale. Trump confirmed he would sell F-35s to Saudi Arabia, something past administrations hesitated to do. Fourth, massive Saudi investments in the United States. So at a White House dinner with Trump, Crown Prince MBS Mohammed bin Salman announced Saudi Arabia would raise its investments in the United States to nearly $1 trillion. This is not a small gesture, it's a strategic long-term commitment. Then why is US doing this? There are several reasons to it. Why the US wants stronger ties with Saudi Arabia. First, countering regional threats. Iran is the major strategic concern in the Middle East. Strengthening Saudi Arabia's military capabilities helps to kind of balance the entire influence of Iran in the region. Second, energy security. Saudi Arabia is one of the world's biggest oil producers. Even as the world moves towards renewable energy, the United States want stable relations with key oil suppliers. Third, certainly the economic opportunity. If Donald Trump is doing this, there has to be some economic opportunity in the deal. Saudi Arabia is spending huge sums on infrastructure, technology and defense. The United States want to benefit from these investments. Fourth, the strategic presence. Saudi Arabia is a central player in Middle Eastern politics. If America strengthens ties, it maintains the influence in the region. Now, why is Saudi Arabia accepting this status? Saudi Arabia also has a strong reasons for deepening its relationship with the United States. First, access to advanced United States military technology. The F-35 deal itself is a major reason. These jets dramatically upgrade Saudi's military capability. Second, need for security guarantees. Even without a full treaty, closer US ties act as a deterrent to the regional threats. Third, of course, Saudi's Vision 2030 economic goals. Saudi Arabia is changing from an oil-dependent economy to a modern, diversified one. Partnerships with the United States help to accelerate technology, nuclear energy, and AI projects. Fourth, of course, they gain some global influence as well. Closer ties with Washington boost Saudi Arabia's international stature and the negotiating power. So now why this is even controversial? Not everyone is happy about this decision. Human rights issues can be seen. Critics says Saudi Arabia should not be rewarded with any such military privileges because of its human rights record. Trump defended Crown Prince MBS regarding the 2018 killing of journalist, which we all know. Now this remains controversial even today. Second, risk of advanced technology transfer. Some also worry that US military technology could be shared or exposed to the adversaries. Third, the regional tension. Iran, Qatar and other regional players may see this as the US kind of taking sides too aggressively. Fourth, US political division. Again, a very important point. Congress may challenge or slow some parts of the deal, especially sensitive weapon transfers. Now, these are the critics that they have reflected their points. Now, what does this mean for this Middle East? This decision could reshape the region in several ways. Stronger Saudi military posture. With F-35 jets and nuclear cooperation, Saudi Arabia's power will increase. Second, new balance against Iran. Iran is likely to react, possibly by deepening ties with China or maybe Russia. Then the third, possible acceleration of Saudi-Israel normalization. Although MBS says normalization must include a clear path for a Palestinian state, the stronger relationship with the United States might speed up diplomatic negotiations. Then fourth, greater US presence in the Gulf. Extremely important. This designation could lead to more American equipment, advisors and investment in the Saudi Arabia. So now what does this mean and going forward? Certainly the likely consequences, which I personally feel more US Saudi military deals will be expected, more American companies entering Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia gaining cutting edge defense capabilities, then potential shifts in Middle East alliances, continued debates about human rights and security cooperation, then increased Saudi global influence through massive foreign investment. Now, this appears to be the strongest US-Saudi alignment in many years. So, Trump's move to make Saudi Arabia a major non-NATO ally is a strategic bet for both sides. For the US, it brings economic benefits, military advantage and influence in the critical region. For Saudi Arabia, it brings top-tier defense technology, stronger global status and deeper integration with the world's largest economy. It's not a defense guarantee like NATO, but it is one of the most significant upgrades in the US-Saudi relations in the decade. Now, the impact will be felt not just in Washington and Riyadh, but across the entire region of Middle East. That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.